Long Beach in California is America's Monaco, a street circuit which twists and turns its way through the city and along the seashore past the landlocked Queen Mary Hotel. And as they wait to start the warm-up lap, it's the Brabham of Piquet in pole position. Alongside him, René Arnoux going for a hat-trick after winning in Brazil and South Africa. Row 2, a real surprise, Patrick Depailler in the Alfa Romeo and Dutchman Jan Lammers in the ATS. Row 3, Alan Jones and the second Alfa with Bruno Giacomelli. Then Reutemann and Patrese ahead of Pironi and Villeneuve. The 24 cars are now coming up to the start point. Indeed, there is Nelson Piquet in the Brabham on the left. On your right, René Arnoux in the 1.5-litre turbocharged Renault. In the background, in the Scarlet Alfa Romeo, the Frenchman Patrick Depailler. A brilliant practice drive. And now the revs rising. It's going to be a long, grueling race, and away they go for 80 laps. And that's a long, long way around this Long Beach circuit. A long shoreline drive and down to Queen's Hairpin, a very slow right-hander. Here they are coming towards us. It's Piquet leading. On the right is Arnoux second, then Depailler in third position, and somebody on the right has hit the wall. Somebody has hit the wall on the right. It's one of the Brabhams. It's Zunino. It's Ricardo Zunino, the Argentinian driver, and he's obviously quite all right from the athletic way that he's leaping out of the race. And his teammate Nelson Piquet leads from Patrick Depailler. There is the Brabham. In second position, the Alfa Romeo. In third position, it is René Arnoux.
Yes, well, with the pressure of street circuit, where overtaking is so difficult, it's really always tends to be a big scrum at the first corner. And as usual, we've had a little bit of bumping and boring in the middle. Andretti seems to have taken off there. It looks like Andretti's car, and Zunino seems to have been the person who came off worse and got bumped into the wall there. In fact, that was quite a small shunt for a first lap thing in a street circuit like this, where they've really got to stake everything on getting a good place out of the first corner.
And on the far side of the circuit, Nelson Piquet in the immaculate Brabham BT49 has got a clear track in front of him. Patrick Depailler behind him in second position. Ricardo Zunino well and truly out of the race. René Arnoux in third position, and the turbocharged Renault going well under these difficult circumstances. There in fourth place, look for the white car of Alan Jones. There he is. Fifth is Giacomelli. Sixth is Patrese. Seventh Reutemann, and in eighth place it's still Gilles Villeneuve in the Ferrari. And now you can see how like Monaco this Long Beach circuit is in terms of characteristics. Piquet leads, Depailler second, plunging downhill. Piquet in only his second season of Grand Prix racing, and look at this for speed. Mario Andretti, who won this race in 1977, world champion in 1978, and Mario Andretti is out. Nelson Piquet still leading, coming towards us now, and in second position it's Depailler, and Alan Jones is up into third place ahead of René Arnoux, and somebody's spinning. It's Giacomelli. Giacomelli in the red Alfa Romeo has spun, and we're not looking at it. There is Depailler second, Jones third, Arnoux fourth, and I imagine that Giacomelli will have got his car going again with difficulty, and the leaders are bearing down on that corner now. And look at it, that's Giacomelli on the left. On the right, in the white car, is Reutemann. They're threading their way through. Behind Reutemann is Jody Scheckter. There's another car behind Scheckter. It's Chiva. And somebody hopping out of his car. He's hurt his leg. It's De Angelis. Elio De Angelis is hopping out of the car. Giacomelli gets away. Reutemann is still stationary. There is Scheckter. A wheel. All those cars have got wheels on them, so there must be another car involved in this fracas. As Chiva's car is pushed away, Elio De Angelis' car stationary in the background, and any second now the leaders will be arriving, fortunately, to a comparatively clear track. The Lotus is still there. There is the leader, Nelson Piquet first, Patrick Depailler second, Alan Jones third, and René Arnoux fourth. Patrese fifth, and Villeneuve right behind him in sixth position.
That shunt has really split the field up too. There seemed to be a big gap And here we seem to have a replay, but we didn't catch what exactly happened. We saw Giacomelli start to spin, and what I presume happened as he spun, somebody anchored up very hard, and we just had a simply sort of motorway type accident with people piling into each other's backsides.
Jan Lammers, incidentally, the man who did so well in practicing, is out of the race on the very first lap with a clutch trouble. Lap 17, and we're looking at the battle for second place, Depailler and Jones.
Well, Jones has got to do something about Depailler quickly. He's been pressing him for a little while now. He's got to get past him. He's quicker than him, but it's very difficult to pass here, particularly the powerful Alpha. And if he doesn't get past soon, he's going to be in big trouble because Piquet is just pulling away. And he's going through. That's a wonderful manoeuvre. I think he fooled Depailler into blocking the inside, and he nipped down the outside, a trick that I tried on Depailler in 1976 and ended up in the wall, but Depailler this time kept well over to the right. Well, Villeneuve seems to be the man to watch at the moment. He's charged up the field, but I have a suspicion that he's chosen a soft compounded tyre, which is why he's gone very quick early on, because he's steadied out now and he's not moving through the field as fast as he was.
Alan Jones seems to be on his own now in second place, having caught up and passed Patrick Depailler. Clear track behind him. Depailler has either dropped back or he's hit trouble. And we just have news that Patrick Depailler has spun, not out of contention altogether, as you see, but down into fourth position. And René Arnoux is fifth, and Derek Daly, having gone off the course, having overshot a corner, regains it.
There's Villeneuve. You can see the bent front wing now. We cheated and had a peek before. He's got a slight kink in the front wing. I don't think that will in fact affect his car's performance at all, and there's quite a good chance that from his position in the cockpit he won't even be able to see that there's any damage to the car.
And somebody has decided that Villeneuve was come in, because there he is. That's Villeneuve, who was in third position into the pits. And
but they're having an awful problem getting that nose on by the look of things. That was a very slow pit stop, particularly by Ferrari standards, who are noted for being one of the best drilled pit crews in Grand Prix racing.
So, as we look at the leader, Nelson Piquet, behind him Alan Jones in second place, and that's Villeneuve's car. Villeneuve is out of the race. Look, it's parked right off the course. It's yet another Ferrari retirement in this fourth Grand Prix of 1980. Villeneuve, last year's winner, out. That's Alan Jones's car. What an incredible race this is turning out to be, because Alan Jones, the second place man, second in the World Championship, is out of the race at Queen's Hairpin. For some reason we know not, and I hear that Riccardo Patrese has passed René Arnoux and is up into second place.
And it looks as if Piquet's got a pretty clear run to the flag now. He's just got to look after himself in the car.
Patrese in second place, the ex-double world champion in karts, sixth in Brazil this year, led in South Africa in 78 and then retired. And smoke and dust and debris at Queen's Hairpin. Regazzoni has gone off the course in a big way, and there's a crash tender coming up. There's a car, you can just see through the dust to the left, to the back of the crash tender. The firemen get off. Regazzoni, it's Regazzoni's car, the ensign, and as we look at Nelson Piquet, the problem is, and we're all very worried about it, what has happened to the 40-year-old warrior, Clay Regazzoni. Now we'll see, hopefully, and that is not Regazzoni's car to the left. Regazzoni is still in the car. There's news that Regazzoni is conscious and that he's speaking, and that, heaven knows, is good news. And there's the Zanino car, which Regazzoni hit on his way to the background there. Regazzoni's still in the car, and there in the pits, that's the third place man, or was. It's Arnoux changing all his tyres on the Renault.
Well, above all, I do hope that Clay Regazzoni is okay. That looked like a really horrendous accident, and we'll just wait and hope that the news is not too bad when we hear from the hospital properly. In the meantime, Nelson Piquet has really driven an absolutely magnificent race. He's driven he's earned his first win with all the maturity that he's shown previously in his Grand Prix career. He came straight into it and has driven in a really mature fashion right from the start of his Grand Prix career.
Out of Pine Avenue and up towards Ocean Boulevard for the 80th and last time. Nelson Piquet must be keeping his fingers crossed, but he hardly need bother because he's home. Nelson Piquet has won the American Grand Prix at Long Beach, his first race in the Brabham BT49. A magnificent drive. So, to check on the result, 9 wonderful points for the winner, Nelson Piquet. 6 for Riccardo Patrese in second place, and Emerson Fittipaldi gets 4, with John Watson in fourth place, 3 points. Jody Scheckter, the first Ferrari points of 1980 in fifth position, and Jochen Maas makes it 2 arrows in the first 6.